Welcome back everyone. In this video I'll be showing you how to make your very own weather station, and all these components do come on in a little kit if you want, and it's by AceBot, and my son and I are going to be building this kit and seeing how it works. So the kit has multiple sensors all the way from UV light to temperature to humidity. Also it can measure the PM 2.5, the air quality, and wind speed using an Anemometer there. And the kit is quite well laid out, and all the little bags are neatly packaged with their labels, so the packaging wasn't an issue at all. And so my son and I, we just used an afternoon to put it together, and it comes with a video that and a PDF file about how to assemble everything, and so you can go onto the website for more details there. It has these little nuts and bolts, and it's using an ESP32, and then it's using some rechargeable batteries there. The little clips, I really like that at the final to assemble the board, it's using these clips so that you don't have to screw it on. You just push everything down after connecting everything, and then it has these little acrylic connectors. So here we have it assembled, and then you can just take it outside, and then I just put it up onto a higher surface, and you can see the wind is blowing there. You can't see on my camera, but it's showing you all the displays there, and it gives you an IP address, so it's like a local server where you can connect it to your router and access it through via your phone. It's really going there. It also has a little solar panel that can charge your battery, and so that the idea is that you could run 24/7 at nighttime, and then your battery. So this is what it looks like for on my phone. I just put in the IP address that displays. Just make sure that you have the Wi-Fi open and it's connected to a local hotspot, and I just use my phone as a hotspot. And you can see the temperature, humidity, pressure, the PM 2.5, whether it's day and night, the wind speed, if there's any vibrations, ultraviolet light, and if there's a little rain sensor if it gets wet. So this is what the website looks like, and the PDF it has a little storyline with that, and you can download all the code. Now a pro tip about the code there, does come with 3 different types of coding, and it's in a zip file, and you can just extract that. But you can basically code via Python, Arduino, or also Scratch. So I am more familiar with the Arduino, so that's what I'll be using, and then just following the tutorial. It has a tutorial for each of those, and you can see that this is the module board there. It's using the ESP32 board, and it goes and it also has a link to that YouTube video, and so those videos are really helpful. I think that's a big improvement from the last kit that I got from them, is it's easier to follow that than just from a PDF. And in the programming files, it gives you codes for each of the different sensors. But the final one that you probably want to install is the web server one. There's also app one, but I found the web server one, that's the pro tip. Use the web server one because you don't need to then install the app, and it just can connect via the web browser. It's just a little bit more simple and straightforward. And so that's what I did. I just opened up the folder. It has the code. I just opened it up, and then copying the code, I open up Arduino, and then it's just putting it into Arduino. And just note it does have some libraries that you need to install as well, which I have, and they're also in that zip file. But if you run the code and it ever gives you an error, I'll just show you here. So under Arduino libraries, you can go into the library folder, and if it's missing one of these libraries, let's say this library here, so that's the ABC DHT11, and it's using the ESP32 board, so that also is not a standard board. You have to install that, and if it's missing one of these libraries, you're going to get an error because it's dependent on these libraries, which are external code like this. If it gives you this no such file, it's looking for the hex file basically. Then what you have to do is just make sure you include it. So you just go to libraries, add zip, and then from those downloaded codes, then they also have all the libraries there. And so I just go into it and then just find out which one it is missing, and then you can install it, and therefore you won't have that issue. So after the library is installed and then you hit compile, you won't get hopefully won't get an error code there, and then you can just upload it. And just make sure that you change the Wi-Fi SSID, because you're going to be using a hotspot on your phone, and you can change this to whatever you want. And then you just make sure that the hotspot has the same password as in the code, and then the weather station will automatically connect, and then you can just connect it via the web page using the IP address. So it's just like our own little weather station. I mean, I can just go on the internet.
Is the battery on?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a little weather station, so I can connect it to the Wi-Fi and check the weather outside, the local weather, just using the IP address. Thanks for watching this video. If you're interested in electronics and you want to learn more about electronics, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.